vain. You're so vain. You probably think this poem's about you. You're so vain. I bet you think this poem's about you, don't you, don't you? She calls herself Chanel Banks. As if not good enough, the name her mama gave her. She said this name is more her flavor. It brings her the inner diva. Her idols are on the covers of glassy magazines. And she don't subscribe to the phrase that beauty comes from within, because the only beauty a guy see is how good her ass look in those jeans. So every weekend she goes through sets of phases that transform herself, far from herself, that one star in her mom's eyes, that cute and chubby little girl playing outside with the afro pigtails with the little ribbons holding her culture tight. And the only time she would get fancy is on Sunday when her mama put her hair in ponytail with Shirley Temple curls. And when her mom wanted to last all week, she'd braid it all up and put little beads at the end. But then, it all ends. And phase one begins with an African girl sitting in a Chinese chair getting French tip nails. And her paying $45 to a mortician to get her roots killed. Let it burn. The longer it stays in, the straighter it gets. The straighter it gets, the more beautiful she thinks she gets, the more ancestries cringe. Her blow dries like her putting a gun to her head. She used chlorine dioxide to commit suicide to her African heritage. So phase one ends with her paying $20 a pack to Miss Chin for 100% human hair to replace the one she's just killed. Now stitched in. The symptom, when it itches, she can't scratch, so she pats her head repeatedly. That's nature's way of kicking her ass for the stupid shit she just did. Phase 2. $5,000 later, and still making payments so they can look perfect in the mirror when she's naked, as if Victoria's Secret wasn't good enough for her to keep the secret. A nip, a tuck, and a suck later, and whatever Dr. Chin couldn't fix, her Spanx will get. So tight she can't get in, so she takes her last breath, because once she's in, she won't be able to breathe. A size 14, trying to create the illusion of a size 6. She have tried every diet plan that ever existed. As if Weight Watcher wasn't good enough, if it said diet, she have popped that pill. But still she can't win. The battle between her and her genetics, but she vows never to quit. Phase 3. She meets with some of her best friends. Sephora, Revlon, Mac and Clinique. Together they plan to paint a picture more beautiful than that of Da Vinci. It starts with great foundations, eye arches, blue eyeshadow over fake eyelashes, dark eyeliner, red blushes to make cheek rosy. It's completed with a glancer finish to her lips. The plan was CoverGirl. The result was Krusty the Clown. But she wears it proud. Phase 4. The height of the low of her self-esteem, because she still believes the tighter the dress, the deeper the neckline plunges, the shorter the dress goes, the more she be loved. And yes, when she was young, her mom raised her with religion. But now that she thinks she's grown, her sanctuary has become those clubs. And she practices her life goals every night. Get drunk, get crunked, and be fucked. And every weekend she accomplishes those goals. Phase 5. The big guns in her arsenal, because she's quick to tell you that she has the meanest shoe game. Her kids have gone hungry for her to get those pairs. And yes, those boots are cute. It didn't matter if she couldn't afford them. A girl did what a girl had to do. Because her life accomplishments of those shoes. Because in those, she's only 5'2", but in those, she's 5'8", because those 6 inches tonight would give her a 9. And she's never surprised, more relieved, that no one ever sticks around to see what she looks like in the morning. Because last night, she was a beautiful water painting by dawn. She's that same water painting that been left out in the rain. So when it all clears, as if wasn't good enough, all that's remained is the beauty that God gave. But next weekend, she will repeat that same process over again. So ladies, I ask y'all, go into your name brand purses. Pull out your makeup kit. I wait. Look into your vanity mirror. Look deep into her eyes. See if you see glimpses of the girl I've just described. 'Cause I bet you didn't think this poem's about you. You're so vain. You bet you didn't think this poem's about you. Don't you, don't you? Vain.